Okay, welcome all aboard and welcome to the Fox Valley Short Line Railroad, a standard career playthrough of Derail Valley Simulator. My name is Swift Fox, and I'll be your conductor and engineer for this evening's 2-hour journey on the rails. So please have a seat, get comfortable, and have your tickets ready. This train is now departing. Hey, Wild! How are you tonight? Baseball again? You're not hearing an echo or anything, right? Perfect. Who we playing tonight? Oh, the Mutts. How far into the game are you, or have you just started? Hey, how you doing, Tiggy? Thanks for joining in. Bottom of the sixth, up eighth. Whoa, you've got a good team on the field. All right. Well, tonight, we're going to pick up where we left off last week. And if we remember right, we just finished the shunting job, which is right here, these Sun Omni containers. And we also picked up the logistical haul license. And we looked at the job we just finished, shunting, and we are going to pick up a logistics job and then head up to the food factory in town. So here we are in the station, and what we're looking for is this job. So we'll pick that up. We know right where that is. And not that one. This one, the tanker cars. All right, so that is in B3S, and oh, this is a D70 because we know right where that is. So what I think we'd like to do, because this job wants to go to track C9S, and in my experience, track C9S is a storage track. It usually has empty cars already in it, so it's not a track we can just sort of drive into and through and drop off. So I want this job to be up against my engines, and I want this job to be trailing, so that's the first I drop off right in C41, then I can pull in and then back the other cars into C9S. So when I say C41, C4I. Drinking a Moxie soda. Does Moxie know? Okay, so that's our plan. So these are the tank cars we are looking for. These 5 right here. So there's 2 flat cars in the way, and there's flat cars in the way on the other side. So we're going to have to do a little bit of work to dig those out. So let's get to that. Now, what I'd like to do, this is what we want to put on the back. So I'm going to drag this around so we get our engines facing out, because we'll go out the track that's up there. And then we'll work these trains to get in place to get the tankers behind them, and then we'll come in to pick these up. So are we still connected? We are. Very good. All right, let's do this. Fire up our DE2. Oh, listen to that baby hum. All right. So we should be able to work this on one locomotive. For right now, let's make the brakes are off. Let's make sure these brakes are off. Let's get moving. Last time we were together, we also installed the digital speedometer and the brake indicator and a clock. So it's right now it's midday. I'm gonna get this all hooked up and ready to go. So there's a sidetrack. Haha, let's not get sidetracked, right? There's a drop-off track right here at C, right in here. So I'm going to drop these cars off behind me in C. Then I'll back out because they're up. No, you know what? I'm going to pull through. I need to pull through, back in, and get those on my back, pull through, and then back in and hook up and take it off. So that's the plan. Let's see how we do. Actually, you know what I should have done while I had that up? I should have gone to the C and set this switch. That'll dump me around the curve, come in and down into here. So it'll be all set up for us. That seems kind of loud. All right, let's back her off a little bit on, back her off a little bit on the speed. See the indicator on the right for the brakes. We've got 2 ticks of brakes. We'll come to a nice, slow, easy stop. I'm going to make a left into this siding. We're going to drop off those flat cars with the Connex boxes on them. All right, we're slowing down too much. So all the cars are now on the in the siding. So we can just slow down as we need to now. Perfect. These will lay out right. These will lay out very nice. Okay. Hop out, hit the brake, disconnect, boop, and head on out. All right, so we're going to go through the yard here. Let's see if our switches are correct. They are. So we're going to go through the yard here and come back in on this track to get to these. So we're going to have to do a little bit of switching out these extra flat cars. We'll see how this works, because coming out of goods factory through that tunnel, it's a It's a down. The grade goes down. So backing up, we've got to back uphill back into here. So it's maybe a bit more dicey than I expect. We'll see how we make it work. Try not to fight it too much. Please stop. Alright, got the switch done. Slowly let off the brakes. Let the traction motors catch. Bring it back up the hill. Alright, so I gotta go after this. Here. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Ow. That was harder than I wanted. Alright, what's connected to this? Did I do any damage to it? No. Are these connected? No. Good, then I'm gonna leave these disconnected. Do any damage to my engines? No. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna play this a little dicey here. Just pull them out as far as I need to. And then move them forward. Oh, is it raining? Just what I need. Not 100% sure how I want to do all this. Let me see, is there anywhere I can put these? Not really. I don't think there's enough room to put it on this track. Ooh, there is. Ooh, I have an idea. All right, we'll see if we can make this work. Take our time. I want to turn that way. That way. And that way. And now slow. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. All right, so we're going to drop these on this side track, this siding. Are we still in the tunnel? Oh, we're just coming out. Okay, that's why we're having trouble here. Hello there, Totter. Welcome. Thanks for joining. You know Wild Fox and Tiger Paw? Good. How was your day, little white fox? Boop. And I want 2. Bloop. All right, let's go the other way. Duck back in and pick up our tanker cars. Not too fast. And we'll reset that, so if we have to come through here again, this is the straight through track. We're not on the clock, so I'm just taking my time. I'm dealing with that incline, and I don't want to get stuck. Because if I get stuck outside of the town, the limits of the city, I lose access to the 2 jobs I'm trying to build a train for. And that is irritating. All right. Come to a stop. Come off to the right. And when we leave goods factory, we'll be going back the way the way we're not looking. We're going to go through that tunnel to head out to food factory. So when we come back down along this 1L track, we will reset that switch, so we don't have to worry about it. All right, so we're gonna back out and then push our tanker cars down this track, then come back on this 1L track. Back in, get the rest of our consist, set our switches along the track, and then activate the jobs, validate the jobs, and head on out. We might sleep, give ourselves a chance. Let's see what the weather looks like. If I remember right, it was supposed to rain this afternoon in the game. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Even though they're empty, I don't want to bang up the tanker cars. Perfect. All right, well, we let the air compressor set itself up. Let's just make sure. That should have turned off the brakes, but I want to make sure we're not connected down here, and we're not. Okay. Oop. Kids, don't try that at home. All right. My day's been well. It's been a Wednesday, but I've been looking forward to our stream today. Hoping it all goes well. Okay, so I just need to get us past this switch. You can hear the engine's struggling a little bit. These tanker cars, even empty, weigh almost 100 ton. So just need to get enough oomph to get them rolling. Start some brake here. A little more brake. A little more brake. A little more brake. A little more brake. Flip the switch. See, she's struggling. See the speed? She's struggling. She's making it. We've got momentum now. There we go. Get 3 miles. Perfect. All right. Let's come back to our main engine here. We can drive this train from the back. There we go. Look at that. Go to the light. Don't go to the light. Can't even see anything. We're driving blind. There are 5 we're supposed to pick up. Yeah, okay. So yeah, goods factory is odd because it has a split B yard. So there's two tracks that we've just been working on, the one we're on currently and the one we pulled these cars out of. And there you have to go through the C yard, which is the passenger yard, to get through to them. And there's the B1, which is the loading track, and B2S, which is a storage track. So here we are meeting back up with the main track, so let's slow her down. And we can see the indicator from all the way over here. We're going pretty fast. All right. All right. All right, so we need to make sure that the next switch is, this one is right, but the next switch needs to go to the right. And I think it's still set to the left when we drove through to drop off the flat cars and the Connex boxes. So to keep an eye ahead of ourselves. There's the switch there. So let's switch it back. Perfect. Now we want to go through that switch straight ahead on this main track, then back in. And make railroaders out of all of you. This game is so prototypical. It's, you know, everything is, it's pretty darn close. I mean, I know it's not perfect, but it's close enough to really enjoy every puzzle that each of these jobs presents to try and solve it moving forward. And you're stuck to the track, so it's not like you can just skip across the ground or anything. You have to work with the switches and the sidings and the tracks and get everything right here. So I'm gonna pop out. Where's my next switch? Right over here. Step off here. Take the throttle off. Start to apply some brake. Perfect. Slow down to nothing. I'm going to run down and... Now last time we were here, we found one of the derelict locomotives right here. So I made a note of that. Where's my train? I can't even see it. Eventually you'll get that dark and ominous shadows. Start, here it is. There's that dark, ominous shadow. Little break. You could see to the left there that flat car is anticipating the physics of the coupling. Nice. Perfect. Let's get her slowed down. All right, let's just let that sit for right now. Oops. And let's run down, see what weather we're looking at. This is a pretty light load. Oh, okay. So it's supposed to be rain at 3. What time is it? Looks like well after 3. And foggy. So I think we can go. We can totally go. All right, we're going to go. Let's plan our route. Pull up our route map, and we are here at Goods Factory. We're going to come out this line. We want to go to the right at this three-way. We're going to come up to here. We want to go left. Through that, we want to go left. And through that and right into Food Factory. Left. Okay. So let's go up to Food Factory. And we're coming in from the north. Here's the compass. We're coming in from here. No. Yes. We're coming in from here. And we want this to be to the left, that to be to the right. And we want to go right into the C yard. Our first drop off is C4I, so that's here. So we want to set to the left and then to the right and drive straight on through. Now C9 is up here, so when we come through here, and hopefully this is empty, then we will back up and go left, left, left. So we'll have to switch this one to the left and then back it into here. So we come in from the north. If we look at our map right, we come in from the north. We're coming from Goods Factory. We're going to follow this route all the way up and then down. So we come in from the north. North, north, north. Okie doke. And here's where the office is. And there's even a store here we can pop in. But we'll kind of, hey, congratulations, Wild, on the win. So we'll explore Food Factory once we get there. All right, so we are golden. There's our engine. We're going to start the other one up, just as our backup here. Provide a little bit more oomph should we need it. And we'll set our, we'll pair it to this one. Yep, perfect. Put on our end of train indicator. I think all our brake is off. This is the one we set. And when we connected the trains, it should have, everything is good. Okay. Alrighty, let's get ourselves situated in the cab so we have good view. That looks like a good view of everything right there. Lock ourselves in and let's go. On our way to Food Factory. So we got our clinometer. That tells us whether the track is going up or down in elevation. If I see red, we're going down. If I see yellow, we're going up. And our clock, it is 6:05. This should be a pretty quick trip, but the track is tricky, and we need to be aware of some speed limits as we go through. No need to rush because the, oh, we do need to rush. Turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off. I almost boo-booed. I almost boo-booed. That would have been bad. Wouldn't have been the first time. But I need to validate the jobs. Otherwise, we're going to haul these to Food Factory for free. And we don't do nothing for free. All right, so we've got that one. C4I. And we do this one. C9S. All right, now we're validated. Now we're on the clock. Oof, that was fast. Now we can go. Almost boo-booed. All right, we try again. And we're off. Nope, nope, too much. There we go. See that red light come on the console? That meant I had some wheel slippage. So what are you making for dinner tonight, Totter? How we doing? Half an hour in. There's the tunnel. And we've got a negative 1.3 grade. Here we go. Let's go start picking up speed pretty quick. So I'm going to take off the throttle because there's no sense helping it along. Oh, not your decision tonight. Doing a nice downgrade. So just coast. Check the speeds. It's pretty fast through here, and I think the turn down below is 50 or 60, so as long as we maintain 45, 50, we'll be okay. Track might be a little bit wet. I think I see a drop every so often, but I think that's just out of the fog. Start a little bit of lapping brake. Just to have it ready. As we rocket down here, what do we got? 60 kilometers an hour. So let's back her off just in case we have a 50 limit. We don't want to be crazy. There's a little bit of window for mistake, but all right, so we're 60 to the side. We're good. We'll let momentum take us. We're going to the right. Then we'll go to the left at the next signal. There's the next signal. That'll take us up into Oil Well North. We have a 60 to the left, and that's the direction we're going to. We're not going to the right. Yeah, we'll provide a little bit more throttle. Time to do a little cruising. I'd zoom out, but it's all foggy. You're not going to see a whole lot. Sun's trying to burn through, but I think it's getting ready to set at the same time. Hello there. Is that Ember? Oh, it's awesome. This is a really, really neat game. Very immersive. Alright, so we're going up a grade, so I'm going to give ourselves a bit more juice. Open up the throttle a little bit. Woo-woos! Okay, back in. I'm losing speed too fast. This is probably okay. I should be coming up on another junction up here. So, hello, Ember. Welcome. You are Ember, right? Looks like it by your login. That would make sense, given what I know of you. Welcome, girlfriend. Really? You'll make me crank up the second engine. This game is made to be played in virtual reality. I'm playing it in PC mode, so that's why the graphics are a bit high and detailed. Because if I had a headset, I could be physically standing inside of this, or it would look like I was physically standing inside of this locomotive. But I do not, so I enjoy it this way. Provide a little oomph from the locomotive in the back as we traverse this grade. We're at a 1%, little less than 1% grade. All right, here we go. So here's our next junction. Back off on that a little bit. And we're going to go to the left and then on our way to Food Factory. All right, so it's 3. All right, so let's slow down. Slow everything down. Perfect. Nice. Right at 30 kilometers. Give ourselves a little bit more throttle. We're here on the flat. We don't lose too much momentum. And our speed is 40 and we are on a downgrade. So I'm going to take off the throttle. And coast along and control our descent with the brakes. So I'm going to add a 1 pip. Here we are at 40. What's this tell me? 50. Okay, perfect. So we're past that mess, but this is going to go down to 30 again. So I need to get my speed back under control. Here we go. A little bit more, a little bit more. See, here's the 30. And then it speeds up to 50 again. So come on, baby. Slow down. Slow down. Get down to 55, I should be fine. There we go. Perfect, perfect. In prior games, my first session, I came through there one time in the rain and fog and just crashed because I missed the sign. I was like, no! There we go. Back to 50. It's going to drop to 30 again. I know that for a fact. Coming into Food Factory, but there it is there ahead of us. See those lights? Those lights up there. So 30, let's get some brake on. Perfect. We're still on a downgrade, so I can't let too much brake off. Brake off a little bit more. So we got to about 35, 36 before the cars start to squeal. So here's the sharp bend that makes this a 30. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll find out. I look forward to that. Here we go, and welcome to Food Factory. All right. We need to stay to the left and then a quick turn to the right, and that'll take us straight ahead into the sea yard. Now we need to go to the right or to the left and then quick to the right, I think. Yep, there we are. 4i is right over here. The switch is correct. And come in at about 20 kilometers an hour. That's nice and comfortable, and there's nothing in the track. So let's take the brake off, coast in a nice comfortable speed. And we'll take it down to the end. So here's the office. Here's the office there. The store is... We're not going to be able to see it because we'll have cars in the way. The store is like over here. You can kind of see the little blue building there. See it? Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. So we left at 8, and by the game clock, it took we left at 6. By the game clock, it's now 9 o'clock. So we're going to pull through pretty far, because what we need to drop off here is at the back of the train. And then we need to pull forward and then back the 5 tanker cars that are directly behind us into 9S, which is to my right here. So this looks good. Oh, that's all right. There we go. So I'm going to open up my door. Run down. Set the brake. Come and get my lamp. Put it away. Turn off the brake. Glad hands. Disconnect. Boop. Transfer. And that's done. All right, so we're going to pull forward. I'm going to turn this engine off. I'm going to repair this. And then we're going to go down and get ready to make this transfer. So I need to bring my train all the way down to here. All right. It was up. Forward. Throttle. Brakes. And we'll watch it come at us. I'll stand in the track. Oh. Ah. How's that? A little more oomph. So we got to take it all the way back here. And I think all the switches are already set correct, except for this one we're standing next to. Here she comes. Oh my goodness, am I going to let ourselves get run over? Game over. Start again. New life. Ah! I'm so goofy. Yeah, wait till you see it in the daylight. Okay, we have to turn the throttle off, add some brake. I was going too fast. All right, position ourselves here. Reverse. And we already set that. And we checked the other switches, so it's just a matter of backing it into that hole and seeing what else is in the track. So once we get this parked and I turn these in, I'm going to let the character sleep for the rest of the evening. And then in the daylight, we'll come out and explore Food Factory. I'm going to look for, and I don't see it. So unfortunately, one of the things we're going to look for is a DM3, which is the next up locomotive. And all that's here are 2 DE2s, which we already have 2 of. So we don't need to add another one of those. Okay, so our tanker cars, our 5 tanker cars are not going to fit in this slot. So we're going to have to push some cars here. So let's slow down. We move too fast. Got to make the moment last. Kicking down the cobblestones. Do. Feeling groovy. come down to about 2 kilometers an hour. That's what we like to couple at. There's the 2. We'll leave the brake on because there's 1. Take the brake off. Boop. Connect. Provide a little bit of oomph. And now we need to just see where we are. With the sign, see? I want to get beyond that sign, this 9S. That way I know my cars aren't interfering with any other trackage. So a little bit more. That's good. Now I can apply the brake and disconnect. And that automatically sets the brake on the cars. I can turn this engine off, pop the brake on, and let's go turn these in. Da-da. So, boop. How'd we do? We had 30 minutes, and we did it in less than that, so we made almost 5K. V. And 7. Once again, we had 30 minutes. We did it in 21. So we made almost 11. Boop. And that's just to let me know that. And now we're up to 60,000 in our wallet. Very good. Not too bad. That's a 15K earning, those 2 jobs. Okay, so it's just before 11. As I said, we'll just rest and get back up in the morning. Go to sleep. Ah, if it was only that easy. Sleep on the cruddy couch. All right. It's just before 6. The sun is rising. It's a beautiful day. So here we are at Food Factory. While we wait to see what the weather's going to be like, let's see what we can do. So there is this shunting job. Oh, which basically just takes the containers off the cars. All right. We're not connected to those right now. So that's 1. What else we got? There's a job going to the farm. I don't think we've been to the farm yet, and this is a job we can take. But that's coming from farm into here. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, we can move it though. Not bad for 7K. That's a consideration. Oh, is this the 5 cars? No, these are different cars. Load and prepare a train for, oh, that's a hazmat too. We can't do that. Can't do it. What is this one? This is load for machine factory. I don't think we want to go there, but we could still do the, oh, this is a nice easy one. We might do that one. And load and prepare with scrap metal to go down to steel mill. Ooh. Oh, this one's, well, no, that's an unload. We have to go through. Okay, we'll do that one too. We're going to make some money. That's what we're going to do. But first, we're going to wander around Food Factory and check it out. So, looks like we'll have chance of rain and rain at 9. And then the rest of the afternoon is good. So let's just run around for a little bit. Um, see if we can find any of the old locomotives. Okay, so this is the outer track to the D yard. D yard. Here. And that's what's here. This is the loading track. And then the D tracks are over here. So we're running around looking to see if there are any of the potential museum trains or museum locomotives that we can come back. So one would be here if we had one. There isn't one. Here is the maintenance shed. We don't have to deal with that right now because we have a copay and we don't have the self-service license yet for our locomotives. All right, turntable. Whee! I use the page up and page down key on my keyboard. But this is essential for turning your locomotives around so you can go back out the way you came in. So we'll have to do that eventually because we want to go out the same way we came in to get back down to either the steel mill or to farm or wherever we decide we want to go. And it aligns itself, which is nice. So here are the two DE2s that are available for use, but we're going to keep with the ones that we've already made some modifications to. Here's the C yard. You can see the C on the tab and the track number. This is not a 50. This is a track 5 outbound. So when you build a train through the shunting jobs, you'll park anything that needs to go out or is scheduled to go out in an O yard. An I yard is an incoming yard, and an S yard is a storage yard. And that's how that track identifiers work. And this is the C yard over here. This is the passenger yard. And I'm pretty sure there aren't any. The two kind of bump up against one another. So here's the C yard. There's no signage. So we're just looking to see if we can find any more of the museum locomotives. And I'm not seeing any, which is always a little disappointing. It's always exciting to find one. I think in this game we've only found two. Both of them are the steam locomotives. But there's other ones out there, and we've not been to all of the different industries and locations that are out here to service and explore. Okay. And the towns have little building blocks and flats and stuff like that. And here is the store at Food Factory in town. And yes, you can get googly eyes to mount on your locomotives. I'm not there yet. Cans of paint. I don't think there's anything special here at Food Factory. Sometimes each store has something unique. I don't think there's even a key to one of the garages here, maybe. Oh, there it is, yes. Old Bob's. That's where the caboose is. Da, 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 da. We don't have a lot of money, so we shouldn't spend that yet. No, we'll be back here. All right, so let's do some shunting while it's not raining. So let's find and do the heaviest shunting job we need to do before it starts raining. So that makes it hard to move stuff around. Oh, all right, that's too long. We could take that. That's going to Harbor in Town. That's way too heavy. That's close. That's hazmat. CD West, we're not going near there. That's empty cars. Oil well north. Ooh, that's tempting. It is a logistical haul. We got to go past there. I think we got to go past there. Oil well north. Yeah, we have to go past there to come back down to steel mill. The decisions. Harbor in Town. That's a good run. We can only take 2. All right, well, at any rate, let's make some money. All right, so this, we need to pull cars from C1S, D4S, and A1S, and then offload it in C3O. Okie doke. So let's try that. All right, so C1S is on the opposite side of the yard here. Oh wow, this is a mess. You know what we want to do first? We want to turn our engines around first. That's what we want to do first. And I'll tell you why, because the A track is only accessible backing in from the other side of Food Factory. So if our locomotives are turned the way we need them turned to leave this location, then that'll make it easier to pick up all of those cars. And we've done this before, driving the train with the remote control. Alright, we want to, it's set right, we want to go to the right, and that's set right, we want to go to the left at the next, oh, and here's the rain. Just in time. That's alright, we're going to waste a little bit of time here, it shouldn't rain the whole time. It should be like the 9 o'clock rain. Slow down a lot. All right. Oh, I had room. By the way, you can, in the game, run up against this post and push it manually. That's a thing you can do in VR. All right. Oops. Oh, why not? What time is it? Quarter after. Oof, we might just get through this single shunting job. We'll see how long it takes us. You can hear that hissing. That's the game rendering rain. Oops. To the point that I need to turn the windshield wipers on. Alright, so we want to go to C1. We want to pull through and then back into C1S. What do we need? C1S first, D4S, and A1S. So we need to pull through. We need C yard. We're coming in now from the south. We want to go right, left, straight on through, and then we want to back down and go left, 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 and left. Let's see how we did. Into the C yard. Uh-oh, that's not good. I'm gonna turn there. I don't have any straight through lanes. Oh, that's not good. I don't have any straight through lanes. That is mildly irritating. Okay. No problem. We can fix this. We'll go down to C tracks. Yeah, I looked ahead of myself. I set the switches right, and I'm like, okay, cool, straight on. Oh no. That's not good at all. See? Tricky. Alright, so we're going to go back to the next switch and cut over to the right here. And take this track over to the right. So let me apply some brake. Perfect. From here, it doesn't really matter. So this switch is going to take me to the left, which is good. The next switch takes me to the left, which is probably good. There shouldn't be any cars on this track, so we should be good. Everybody having fun, doing well? Shout out to all the chatters. Wild, Tiger Paw, Totter, and Ember. You know what? Let me stop. Let me stop. This is crazy. I am going to bet you we're making an order for steel, and we need FFSL38. That's the job number. And I'm going to put money that the cars I need are not on this end of the C1 track. The cars I need are right here. FSSL 38, yes. I feel like I need to scold this game. Bad game. Bad. Bad game. Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? Okay. All right. Yeah, we can make this work. We can make this work. It's just a little bit more challenging. Not a but we're just wasting time, okay? It's just crazy. So now we're going to back up. We're going to connect to these last 3 hopper cars. We're going to push them onto this track over here, drive through, pick them up so that they're behind us, and then continue on our way. You know, if I want to be a smart fox, I would probably just go and check where all these silly cars are before I get too carried away with this. Slow down. That's good, Totter. Hey, you won't be disappointed. And it was on sale over the Steam Summer Game Sale. So if it's been on sale once, it'll happen again. I mean, it's totally worth it because no 2 games will ever be the same. I mean, and you might get good at the game and figure out the strategies, but there's still all of these little nuances that this game throws at me. All right, now let's take a run around. All right, so we know we need to go this way, straight ahead, make this turn. I want to set that switch, and so we can get to these cars here. 38, 38. All right, we know another set of cars is over in the D yard, D4S, which is all the way over here. There it is. I can back in either way on this one. And the other one is this car right here. So, how do I want to best do this? Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't need to go to the C yard at all. I just need to pull those 2 cars out and set them. I just need to set them in this track. Then drive through, pick up the other 2 and back them up against them, and we are golden. Okay, good. We have a plan. We have a better plan. We were okay where we started. We're on our way, but we were starting to panic because we didn't know exactly where we were going. Okay. All right. All right. We got to go the other way. Do we have to go the other way? Yeah. This one's not even running. We need to get up here. Now we need to go this way. All right, switches are good. We checked that. The weather is starting to clear. We can turn off our windshield wipers. You know what's also neat about this game? If you shut the doors, it actually muffles the sound. It's just, I mean, all these little things that make a game so engaging and um, that you don't really appreciate, but it's just neat. I love it. I'm glad you guys are along to enjoy it with. All right, that is plenty fast enough. More brake. How we doing? More brake. 5, 4, 3, 2, brake off. Coast right on in. And again, we haven't started the clock on this job. And if you haven't seen how the remote control works, there's an episode where I go over all the controls here. But in standard mode, all the buttons work. In realistic mode, you have to get on and off to couple and uncouple. These two buttons don't work on the remote. Now we're going to back up all the way to that far switch, then come in this outside track, and then drop these 3 cars off in the loading yard. Then we'll pick up the other 2 from behind, and then our whole train and our locomotives will be pointed in the right direction. Of course, we have to still put it away in its go away track to earn the money, and then we can pick it up and go. I don't know, and I hadn't looked at it because it's not something that I would necessarily get for myself. You have to be careful slowing down too quick in Food Factory, because you need to get these cars past the right here. There's the lip, otherwise you'll derail them. And I know it's called Derail Valley, but we try not to brake too much. Okay, so this switch is set right. Need to go forward, brake off, and away we go. We go to the left, and I'm going to look ahead as we go, and using my arrow, my mouse arrow, I can set the switches, because that's part of the dispatcher license, gives you that operability. Oh, did you just look it up, Ember? For console controller for railroad sims? All right, this one's set right. If it was set to the right, it would take you into the maintenance building. But we want to go to the left into the D yard. I'm going to drop these off on D1L, then scoot across and get the last two cars and back them in to D1L and complete our train. Start the job, load the cars, and then move them into their resting place. Okay, so I need to go straight, and I need to make that go to the left. Perfect. Line a little brake. Oh, I don't want to go too far. And I want to brake at... I want to brake at number 1. Boop. All right. Let us reverse, throttle, brake. And we need to come down to here. Perfect. Flip the switch. According to this, it wants us to pick up D4S and then A1S. So we're going to grab the one in D first, and then get the one in A, and then back right in. Now, just for everyone's benefit, if you're new, these markings, the C1S, D4S, A1S, these are the track designations. All of these aren't on these job sheets without applying a mod to the game that then tells you where these are. There's a lot of mods to the game, and this is kind of a quality of living one for my own personal time. I don't have to run around and find all of these. It tells me where they are. So it saves me time as a player and allows me to get more game time in when I have the limited time to play. Go past this switch here, apply a little brake, and yes, you do hear cows and chickens. This is Food Factory after all. Probably just drove past the slaughterhouses. Slaughterhouse 9. And we want to go straight. That's good. So we're all lined up. So we're going to get this car up here first on the right, and then we're going to come back around and get that car over there. And then we're going to back into this track here. Once again, glad everyone's here tonight. It's nice to have the crowd growing a bit, little by little. All right, straight ahead. It's nice you can pretty much ride anywhere. I've had other people say they've played these games and they like stand up on a hill and it looks like you're playing with a model railroad. All right, so that's the car there, the green one that I need to pick up. And there's the switch. Boop. Yes, Kurt Vonnegut. They are the author of Slaughterhouse-6. It was a book that was made into a movie. I think it's a World War II thing. Or Slaughterhouse-5? Okay, whatever. Ah, up there we go. Boop. Perfect. All right. When you have to build a train from 3 yards, it is time consuming, and this shunting job kind of threw a couple curves at me. But that's okay. so we want to turn this to the left, so we're going down into D1L. And then we can drop it off where it belongs, where it wants to go at C30. So you'll watch the car here to my left. It'll start to shift around because it's the computer, it's the program anticipating the speed of the cars coming at it and how it needs to react. All right, so here we are. We're all hooked up. I'm going to run over to the office. We're going to validate this order. Then we're going to load it and put it where it belongs. Ready for taking away. So C1S, D4S, A1S, D1L. That's where we're at now. So we look for the little box. This is the loading box. And we want to load and not unload. So now all of these things are full of stuff. Oops. Full of stuff. Away we go. Now they're a lot heavier too. What does this thing weigh? 280 tons. That's not too bad. So pull out of here and we back it into track C30. So at this speed, we'll be coming in from the north side, and 30 is down here. So we're going to come into the yard, go left, left, right. And we're coming out this way. We're going to go down past the A yard. We're going to pull through, and we need to make sure that's to the right so we don't go back into the B yard. And then we'll have to switch this once we get past it. So that's the plan. We are the man with the plan, or the fox with the socks, or fox in the box. No. Here we go, model railroad mode. Sort of. There we go. Kind of neat. And we're taking it over like into here. It's like 2 tracks over and down there. We need to pull past this switch, so we should probably hop in. See how fast she slows down on the uphill. A little bit more. Oops. Yeah. There we go. Where are we? Just enough. Just enough. Okay. Reversing. All right, that switch is right. The next switch is right. So, or the next switch is left. Ha ha ha. Yeah, guys, I think we're just going to get this shunting job finished up, and that'll probably wrap up this 2-hour stream. All right, so left, left, and right. And that should put us into yard 3. And that's parking right behind those orange tanker cars. All right, let's see how deep we can get these before we touch. I probably have enough room. That was awful sensitive. Boop. There's my sign I want to be behind. I am slowing down. I don't know whether there's material in those tank cars, but we don't want to hit them. How are we doing? Oh, I think we got plenty of room. One more brake. Even if we hit. Perfect. Gotta love it. All right, 2 back, uncouple. Perfect. All right. Oops. Let's go turn this one in. Let's go run into the jamb of the door. All right. We had almost an hour to do it in. We did it in 6 minutes. It was 11.5 and we netted 17.3 with the bonus, which puts us at 77. All right, so that run there was enough to buy the key to Bob's garage, but we'll be back here, so let's not do that. So there we are. We've got a nice freight haul there, down to food factory, down to steel mill, which is a possibility. Do we have anything else that needs to go to steel mill that's maybe a little heavier? This one frightens me. This is like scary close to the limitation. And there's this one here. We're not going to City West. I don't know. We definitely will take this one that we just put together. We may come and grab these tank cars and drop them off on the way. That'll be an interesting set of transfers. We haven't done a split freight haul yet, so we may do that. Let me put this one up here next to that, and we may do that. I was going to do a couple of these other shunting jobs, but we may not do any of that. Oops. We'll see. We'll look at it when we get together next time. There we go. So this is a maybe. I'm going to put this here. That's a maybe. This is a definite for our freight haul out of here. So there we go. Come out here, take a couple pics. Take a couple pics with the sun in our back. That'll be a nice. That'll be nice for our screen cap. All right, so welcome everybody to Food Factory in Town. This is where we'll end our stream for today. So I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Wild Fox, Tiger Paw, Totter, and Ember, a new friend to the chat. So I hope you've all had a good evening. If you're watching this after the fact and you enjoy what you see, please do give me a follow. If you're watching me on YouTube, please consider hitting that like. Feel free to leave a comment and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So thanks a lot, everybody. Be safe out there, stay healthy, and be good to yourselves. This is Swift Fox. I'll be signing off.